Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's cryptocurrencies update for March the 22nd, 2023. Wednesday, hump day, and we got our power back. So it is full blast ahead. It is my favorite Muppet of all times. I think assistant to the professor. Is it called Mimi or Mimi? Love it. He always gets the short end of the stick. And with my work, what we try to do is to not get the short end of the stick, to not be the bag holder, but to be one step ahead of the masses. So bottom line, seems like the pullbacks are underway. Some of them could be a little deeper for a final fifth wave, for example. But I think we got some nice setups. And let's have a look at the charts then, shall we? These are all the slides. Please read them as always. And we'll start off with Cardano. Cardano keeps struggling with now the trend line, the upper trend line here, and the 50-day and 200-day moving average. We can have potentially completed A, B of 5 of 5, and we're now in C. We need to break below 30 cents, which is the warning level for the bulls, to be certain of this. If we're going to continue to move higher, okay, we're going to hold the 200-day and the 50-day moving average, then it is blast off, and I think this would then be the wave count we are looking for. Let me have a look where I can find the chart. Oh, it's the other way around. Then we have completed one up, two down, and we're in some sort of weird overlapping diagonal, but this looks very overlapping, okay? As you can see here, 39 cents was resistance, okay? We got the first warning for the bears. We got the second warning for the bears, almost, but we're not above it. We're just kind of bumping our head against it. We break over 39 cents, odds start to increase that we are indeed in a blue 3. Okay, but otherwise, we are, of course, in this gray B2. We've bumped into 39 cents. And even this is the warning sign for the bears here is at 37.5 or 36.5 cents. It is based on closing prices. Okay, I'm going to look here at closing prices instead of absolute highs, but you can see here we're right on the cusp for the market to decide what it wants to do. I prefer the A1, B2. Okay, avalanche. Yeah, what we're going to say about this one? Not too much. We have not moved much most of March, I would say, for the last 2 weeks, kind of up and down. First warning for the bears have been given several times. We're stuck between the 50-day and 200-day. Go below the 200-day, we're going to revisit $14 to $12. Break above the 50-day, and we're going to 21, 22. Above 22, increases odds, we're going to the 30s and 40s. Okay, so below the 200-day, we're going to revisit $12 to $14. Above the 50-day, we're going to go to 21 to 22. Above 22, we're going to go to 30. Okay, very simple. Binance Coin looks nice here for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1. Should now be in this wave 2. We're close to a 38% retrace. I'd like to give it a little bit more time to develop for this wave 2. At any moment, we break above last week's high, and I think we're off to the races. This looks good. I like it. This is a nice setup. Okay. Floor, of course, is the lows made in March, with, of course, already subsequent breaks below these simple moving average, okay? Subsequent warnings for the bulls below these SMAs. Okay, so below the 50-day, we're going to target the 200-day. Below the 200-day, we're going to target the floor. Below the floor, all bets are off. That would not be great. And of course, the ceiling is right here. Go above that one, right? Then we are in a good regime. So please keep it in mind. Please use those for your trading as potential stop losses. Here we have Bitcoin. I think we have a nice ending diagonal wave 5 of 1. I know it keeps going higher and higher and higher, but we have nice negative divergence here on the RSI. This looks pretty good. And if we go below as you can see here, the first warning sign for the bulls was at 26,600. I think we got as low as 26,680. That is the green wave 4 low. And we held it so far. We break below it, then we're going to go to ideally 24,220, plus or minus, I would say, about 1,000. Okay. Second warning for the bulls is below 24,200. That's the second warning for the bulls. And then, of course, the floor is at 19,600, with here a third warning for the bulls. So you can use those warning levels as desired, as stop losses, okay? But we haven't even reached the ideal target zone yet. We don't have to, but it would be quite weird to not get there. This would then potentially be wave A. Of course, corrections are always complex. This would be A. We're probably going to bounce. Late buyers coming in, and then, of course, we're going to get wave C. Corrections are always 3 waves, or potentially more if they subdivide, become more complex. And that would then be wave 2, A, B, C. Wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. Ethereum, same deal. We keep stuck here in this trading range between, I would say, 1725 and 1825. We break below it, we're going to go to 1500 plus or minus, 1550 plus or minus 50, with an ideal of around 1550, 1600, okay? And of course, we go below 1550 or 1500, that would be not great. So we really want to say this is a warning level at this level. So please have a look at the chart. You can read it for yourself. Warning for the bulls, of course, right? So the warning here is 1460. And then the floor is, of course, at 1370. So from a risk perspective, if you buy at, say, 1600, you can have a stop here at 1460 or at 1370. Means you have $300 of risk. And as you can see, you have about $1,000 of upside reward. There is no risk trade. There's only low risk trades. And if we can get into oversold regimes, that's our low risk trades. Here's Maytech. Maytech still looks good here for this C of 2. It needs to break back above $1.25 for me to start to suggest something else is going on. Still prefer this ABC path to get nice positive divergence going on the technical indicators, meaning that we're moving lower, but momentum is improving. Solana is also similar to Cardano. It's almost a similar type of chart, stuck between a rock and a hard place. The trend line, the 50 and the 200-day, and it is unable to clear those two. I need to see this cleared. Need to clear this, okay? To tell me that the bull run is underway. Need to clear these levels, okay? The 50-day, 200-day, and of course, the trend line, all right? Need to clear those. If can't, we're gonna go lower once again. So that are my, I would say, triggers. I will be waiting for those patiently. Until then, clearly the trend is lower, okay? Until then, the trend is lower. Whatever we concocted for wave counts, the trend is lower. So we need to see confirmation. Confirmation is everything. And of course, there can be false breakouts. That's why we have stops in place in case the market decides to throw a curveball. But we need to get above these moving averages and the trend line. And ultimately, of course, above 27. And that then will catapult us, in my humble opinion, to the 40s and 50s. Put that on here. So this is what I want to see. That is then that chart. And of course, we break higher. Then I will make that orange to show you that there's still some risk. I need to get it back above that level, because then we have a higher high, a higher low, which is a 1-2 setup. simply said Cardano as well needs to break above these moving averages, similar like Solana and the trend line, because if it can do that, then we can have a nice 1-2 setup in place. Although this rally here is quite overlapping, but it can be a set of 1-2s, 1-2s. To be determined, avalanche as well. Avalanche, if it breaks below the 200-day moving average, we're gonna go there. Okay, if it breaks above the 50-day moving average, we're gonna go there. If we then gonna break potentially there, and of course we break above that one, we're gonna go there. So those are the levels we're gonna look for. So no confirmation just yet. Binance Coin, I want to see it a little bit deeper to about 305 for this wave 2. We're going to lose the 200-day moving average. We're going to revisit the floor. Below the floor, we're going to go back into the 200s. Bitcoin, I would like it to do an A, B, C for this wave 2 to about 24,000 plus minus 1,000. And we go below 24,000, first warning. We go below 21,500, second warning, or second, third warning. We already got almost the first warning for the bull speeding. This trend will not keep on going, but we need to burn off some of this bullishness, and the ultimate floor remains the March lows. Same for Ethereum. I would like to see it go to 1550, 1600. Below 1550 targets about 1450. Below 1450 targets about 1375, and below 1375 all bets are off. Maytech should be in this wave C of 2 unless we break above last week's high. Solana has work to do. Looks ugly overlapping, but can all be a bunch of 1-2s. Needs to break above the 200-day and the trend line, and then above 27 to get us going. If we continue to move lower, then we're going to revisit $12 to $14. That's all I have for today. Short, sweet, simple. Getting close. I think we have some nice pullbacks underway. Potentially a little more bearish for the likes like Cardano and potentially Maytech. Everything else is still on track, in my humble opinion, unless we break below the March lows. Take care, trade safe, see you all next week. Bye.